You've followed all the rules. You've been the perfect gentleman, the supportive partner, the one she can always count on. You've listened, you've compromised, you've put her on a pedestal. So why does it feel like you're standing on the edge of a cliff, watching her slowly walk away? Why does your kindness feel like a currency that's losing its value with every passing day? Hello, and welcome to Dark Love Psychology. Today, we're dissecting a paradox that traps countless good men: the beta trap. It's the invisible cage built from good intentions, where your efforts to please her end up pushing her away. But what if you could turn that cage into a foundation of genuine, unshakable attraction? Stick with us, because we're about to hand you the key. Have you ever felt that the nicer you are, the less interested she seems to become? That every text you send, every favor you do, seems to chip away at her respect for you? It's a confusing and often painful experience for many men. A silent frustration that eats away at your confidence. You do everything you're told is right. You've read the articles, you've listened to the advice, you've become a master of accommodation. You're agreeable, never rocking the boat, always going with her choice of restaurant or movie. You're always available, dropping your own plans at a moment's notice. Your schedule a blank slate waiting for her to fill it. You put her needs before your own, believing that self-sacrifice is the ultimate proof of love. You become her handyman, her therapist, everything but her lover. And you think this constant compliance will make her see you as the perfect partner, the one who will never hurt her, the safe and dependable choice. You operate under the flawed assumption that women crave predictability above all else. You believe that by eliminating all friction and conflict, you are building a stable foundation of love and affection. You see yourself as a peacekeeper, a harmonizer. But what if this strategy, this deeply ingrained habit of being the nice guy, isn't building a foundation at all? What if you're actually digging a grave for desire? What if it's the very thing silently poisoning the attraction you're trying so hard to build? You deserve to understand the dark psychology behind this dynamic. In this video, we will expose the beta trap for what it is, and more importantly, show you how to escape it without losing your kindness or your integrity. It's time to stop being the safe choice and start being the one she truly desires. Chapter 1. Defining the problem. Today, we're exposing the beta trap. The silent behavior pattern that kills attraction faster than rejection ever could. Most men think being overly nice, agreeable, and available will make women like them more. But in reality, overcompliance breeds boredom, not desire. This isn't about being rude or disrespectful. It's about understanding power dynamics in attraction. Example: a guy constantly texting, always agreeing with her plans, saying yes to everything, becomes predictable and emotionally weak in her eyes. The psychology of the trap. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but still losing her? You're agreeable, you're available, you're the nice guy, yet you can feel her pulling away, a slow, silent drift you can't seem to stop. This isn't bad luck, it's a pattern, a psychological prison known as the beta trap. And today, we're going to hand you the key. At its core, the beta trap is a behavioral pattern where a man consistently prioritizes a woman's approval over his own self-respect. He avoids conflict at all costs, agrees with everything she says, and makes himself endlessly available, all in the hope of earning her affection. He operates from a place of fear of upsetting her, fear of disagreeing, and most of all, fear of losing her. Men fall into this trap because of a fundamental misunderstanding. They believe that by being completely compliant, they are demonstrating their love and devotion. They think, if I make her life easy and never challenge her, she will see how much I care and love me for it. It's a logical equation. Maximum effort and agreement should equal maximum affection. But this is where the trap springs shut. Because attraction isn't a logical transaction. It's a raw, emotional, and often primal response. You can't negotiate desire with a checklist of good deeds. While a woman might logically appreciate your agreeableness, her emotional core, the part of her that governs attraction, feels something entirely different. It feels a void. That void is created by what your compliance signals: neediness and a lack of a strong masculine core. Constant agreement doesn't read as kind, it reads as desperate. Always being available doesn't say, I care. It says, I have nothing else going on in my life. You become predictable, safe, and ultimately, unexciting.
Woman, I don't know what I want to eat, Everything looks okay. Man, whatever you want, babe. I'm happy with anything. You just pick.
On the surface, he's being accommodating, but what she hears is an abdication of leadership. He's not a partner in the decision, he's a follower waiting for instructions. He's just added another mental task to her plate, and the attraction dips, even if just a little. Humans are hardwired to value what they must work for. It's the principle of earned investment. When your attention, your time, and your validation are given away freely, without her needing to earn them, they lose their perceived value. Think of your phone. You text back in seconds, even if you're in the middle of something important. You keep your weekends completely open, just in case she wants to make last-minute plans. Your yes is a foregone conclusion. She doesn't have to wonder about you. She doesn't have to invest any effort, and as a result, she doesn't feel that pull of desire. This is the critical distinction. You are trading her respect for her temporary approval. Approval is fleeting. It's a pat on the head for being good. Respect is deep and enduring. It's an admiration for your character, your strength, and your boundaries. By constantly seeking approval, you are actively sacrificing the one thing that builds lasting attraction: her respect for you as a man. A relationship needs emotional texture to survive. It needs peaks and valleys, moments of tension and release. A man who always agrees flattens this landscape into a boring, monotonous plain. There's no mystery, no spark of discovery. She knows exactly what you'll say and how you'll react before you even do. You become a solved puzzle, and once a puzzle is solved, it gets put back in the box. Nature abhors a vacuum. When you consistently abdicate your masculine role of leadership, she is forced to step into it. She starts making all the plans, initiating all the important conversations, and setting the emotional tone of the relationship. This role reversal is deeply unattractive to the feminine core. She wanted a partner to navigate life with, a rock she could lean on. Instead, she got a passenger, and the burden of driving the relationship forward falls entirely on her. Attraction cannot survive under this weight. The taproot of the beta trap is almost always a deep-seated fear of rejection and abandonment. This fear creates a desperate internal script. If I disagree, she might get angry and leave. If I'm not available 24/7, she'll find someone who is. This scarcity mindset forces you into a defensive posture. You're not playing to win her heart, you're playing not to lose her presence. This isn't a strategy for a thriving relationship. It's a recipe for emotional servitude. This behavior is often linked to an anxious attachment style, which may have developed in childhood. This style creates a constant, low-level hum of anxiety that is only temporarily soothed by external validation. A text back, a compliment, her approval. You mistake this temporary relief from your own anxiety for genuine connection. You're not actually building intimacy with her. You're just using her presence to medicate your own unease. Society doesn't help. We are bombarded with movies and songs that glorify the nice guy, who waits patiently and eventually wins the girl through sheer compliance. But this is a dangerous fantasy. It fundamentally confuses being a kind person with being a compliant one. Let's be clear, kindness is not the problem. Kindness that comes from a place of strength is magnetic. The problem is compliance. Kindness used as a strategy born from fear.
Woman, VO text message. Hey, so my friend is having a party on Saturday. My ex, Mark, will probably be there, but I'd really like to go. Man, visibly uncomfortable but forcing a smile. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go, you should go. That's fine. Just have fun.
He has just communicated 3 disastrous things. His feelings don't matter, he has no boundaries, and he is afraid of conflict. Now let's rewind.
Woman. Hey, so my friend is having a party on Saturday. My ex, Mark, will probably be there, but I'd really like to go. Man, calmly, looking at her directly. I appreciate you telling me. Honestly, I'm not comfortable with that. It's a boundary for me. But I don't want you to miss out on seeing your friends. How about we find something amazing for us to do together on Saturday instead?
See the difference? He was honest, he stated a clear boundary without anger, and he redirected towards a positive solution for them as a couple. This is strength. This is attractive. On a deep, evolutionary level, women are drawn to masculine strength and leadership. Now, this isn't about being a domineering alpha male from a bad movie. In the modern world, this strength manifests as emotional stability and self-respect. It's about having your own purpose, your own opinions, and a life that you are passionate about, with or without her. A high-value woman doesn't want to be the center of your universe. She wants to join the exciting orbit of yours. When you are endlessly compliant, you flip this dynamic on its head. You place her on a pedestal and position yourself as the supplicant, the jester trying to win the queen's favor. This is not only unattractive, it's exhausting for her. She doesn't want a worshiper who mirrors her every thought. She wants an equal, a man who can stand on his own 2 feet, challenge her when necessary, and bring his own flavor to the relationship. Your constant agreement makes you invisible. This is why, instead of gratitude, your compliance is often met with more tests. These aren't conscious, malicious games. They are subconscious probes from her feminine core, desperately searching for your masculine spine. When she cancels a date last minute, or makes a slightly unreasonable request, she is subconsciously asking, "Are you strong? Can you lead? Can I trust you to be my rock?" Every time you placidly agree, you are screaming no to all of these questions. And with each no, her attraction withers. This is when you see the slow fade. The texts become one-word answers. Plans become vague maybes. She's always busy or tired. It's not because she's a bad person. It's a natural biological response to a critical lack of masculine polarity. The emotional tension that creates desire has flatlined. She feels the imbalance even if she can't articulate it, and she is subconsciously moving away to find that energy elsewhere. Chapter 4. Identifying and breaking the pattern. The first sign is being too agreeable. You say yes to everything, even when your gut screams no. You do it to avoid conflict, but you're really trading your authenticity for her temporary approval. Man, yes, forced. This leads to the second sign. You fear losing her more than you value your standards. It's the small, daily compromises that erode your sense of self, because the thought of her pulling away feels catastrophic. Consequently, you avoid setting boundaries. You see them as walls that might push her away, so you prioritize her emotions over your self-respect. This creates an imbalance where you manage her feelings, while your own needs are ignored. Example: she asks to change plans last minute, and you cancel your gym session without hesitation. Not once, but every time. Each cancellation is a small betrayal of the promises you made to yourself. Recognizing these signs is the first step. Now, we break the pattern. This isn't about becoming cold, it's about becoming a man who respects himself so deeply that others can't help but follow suit. Step 1. Start with awareness. For 1 week, just observe. Notice every time you silence your own opinion. Don't judge it, just acknowledge it. This act of recognition is like turning on a light. The obstacles become clear. Step 2. Practice the gentle no. If a request compromises your plans, try a calm refusal with a positive alternative. For example,
"Man, I can't make it tonight. I've already committed to something else, but I'm free on Thursday and would love to see you then."
this communicates that your time is valuable, but so is she. It's an affirmation of yourself, not a rejection of her. Step 3. Build internal validation. Stop outsourcing your self-worth. At the end of your day, acknowledge one thing you did well for yourself. Feel pride in it, independent of anyone's praise. Your own approval is all that's required. Step 4. Create personal boundaries and stick to them. Your time is your most finite asset. Open your calendar and block out non-negotiable me time. When you treat your own time with this level of importance, others will too. Example: if she cancels last minute, instead of rescheduling immediately, calmly say, "No worries, I've got plans." Then, you put your phone down and actually do that. You show that your time has value and your life is full. Your checklist for breaking free. First, become aware. Second, practice the gentle no. Third, build your own validation. And fourth, protect your personal time. These are the building blocks of your new, self-respecting identity. Chapter 5. Embracing confident strength. Strength isn't aggression. Being strong doesn't mean being rude or controlling. Real strength is calm, grounded, and unwavering. Women respect men who lead themselves, not those who try to control others. Example: when a disagreement happens, instead of panicking to fix it, a grounded man listens, speaks his truth, and doesn't beg for reassurance. Chapter 6. Turning compliance into confidence. Shift from, I hope she likes me to, I already like myself. Speak your mind respectfully. Become the man who chooses, not just reacts. Attraction grows when there's polarity. Two strong energies, not one follower.
Example, instead of always agreeing, say, I prefer this with a calm tone. Simple, but it signals strength.
Stop chasing. Start leading. Overcompliance is a silent attraction killer. Women want to feel your strength, not your fear of losing them. You don't need to be an alpha jerk. Just be unapologetically grounded in your value. When you stop begging for approval, you become the man she can respect and desire. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe to Dark Love Psychology for more insights and tips to help you succeed. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next video.